Почитувани гледачи, добар ден и добредојдовте во најновото издание на емисијата посветена на здравјето, Второ мислење. Во денешната емисија ќе зборуваме за трансплантација на коса. Останете со нас. Во продолжение ќе го погледнете разговорот кој што го направивме со доктор Илкер Айпајден и доктор Елена Арсова, а со нив зборувавме секако за трансплантација на коса. Погледнете. Доктор Илкер, welcome in Macedonia.
Welcome.
Елена, ви благодарам и на вас, ете што ќе зборуваме на ваква убава тема.
Благодарам што дојдовте.
We are going to talk about hair transplantation. What is hair transplantation?
Hair transplantation is actually transferring the hair follicles from one side of the scalp, head, and to the other side that we want to be hairy. Especially we use the donor side between the ears and the denser part of the scalp. In a simple way, this is hair transplantation, transferring hair follicles from one side to the other side.
So science, technique and art in hair transplantation. What is the criteria for a successful hair surgery?
For a success, the most important part is medical knowledge, and the other is it's a surgery, and your surgical experience, surgical excellency is very important. And as a third manner, it's an aesthetic operation, and the aesthetic approach is very important. With medical knowledge, surgical experience, and aesthetic decision-making skills, we can turn the hair transplantation into a kind of art.
Yeah, really.
Yes.
The surgeon's skills, in my opinion, are the most important.
Of course.
So what are the results? What are the expectations from the patients?
They want to be hairy.
Yeah.
And they always want as dense as the donor side, but they must know that at least at one session we can give the original density. Actually, for everyone, hair transplantation is possible. Every patient is a good candidate for hair transplantation if they have good donor sides and good expectations. With the experience, now we can obtain good results, approximately 100%. But on the other side, patient expectations is also very important. If they match together, they will be totally happy.
Does hair transplantation give permanent results?
Of course, otherwise we can't talk about hair transplantation. It is permanent because we use donor side between the ears, and this area is free of the effect of testosterone. Testosterone is the cause of hair shedding in genetic shedding pattern. And in this part of the area, the follicles are free of the effect of testosterone, and when we transfer them to the anterior scalp, they behave like that and they live forever.
Okay, so you took hair from the same person who want to have transplantation, or there are possibilities from another person?
No, we can't use another person because it will be like organ transplantation.
Yes.
And it will be meaningless to do it in this way.
What is actually transplanted in hair transplantation? The hair follicles or the hair shafts?
Actually, when we talk about hair transplantation, we are talking about hair follicles, not the hairs only. Hair follicles are anatomic structures, and some of them contain one hair, some of them two, some of them three hairs. And we use the hair follicles, not only the hairs. And if you use hair follicles which have anatomic integrity, the result will be more natural, aesthetic, and efficient for the patient.
Okay. Elena?
I would like to add to that
Not every patient needs the same amount of grafts or hair follicles. There is very big misunderstanding that the same amount of hair follicles will match each type of client, each type of patient. Depending on the stage of the hair loss, the hair follicles and the number transplanted during the hair surgery are different. So that is very important for all the patients to know, because there are some marketing tricks that are being used, and in order to get the optimal result, every patient has individual plan for the hair surgery, including individual number of grafts.
What do those numbers mean in hair transplantation?
Actually, as she mentioned, we are not mentioning about the hairs when we talk about hair transplantation. We are talking about the numbers are related to the hair follicles, but some of them are 1 hair, some of them 2, some of them 3 haired. And when we transfer 3,000 grafts to a patient, it doesn't mean that he will have only 3,000 hairs. Approximately it will be it's 2.5 times than the hair follicle number. If you transfer 3,000 grafts, it will be approximately 6,000 to 8,000 hairs.
It gives quite a good result for hair density.
Okay. By which methods are the hair follicles to be used for hair transplantation?
Okay. Mainly there are 2 methods that we can do for the patient. The newest one is the FEU method, which the hair follicles are extracted from the patient one by one and then transferred. The other one is known as the oldest one. We took a strip from the patient and divided under microscope and make all the follicles one by one and then transfer. But the second one have a disadvantage because we cut the skin and suture it, and this means this method will leave a scar for lifetime. And when patient shaves his hair, this scar can be seen. Because of this, generally over 90% we prefer to do FEU methods for the patient. And with FEU method, the donor site is used more efficiently. The post-operative period is more comfortable for the patient, and there is no scar. It's the main advantage of FEU method.
Patients prefer FEU technique. Although they say that it is, I usually got the questions, okay, will I get the FEU technique like hair by hair transplantation? But actually, as Dr. Ilker mentioned, it is not hair by hair, but it is hair graft by hair graft for the hair surgery. And again, we come to the numbers that we transplant hair grafts, not hair follicles.
Okay. Dr. Ilker, what is your visit in Macedonia? In what purpose you are here? To make some consultations with some people who want to have transplantation, or?
Maybe we will do consultations here. Maybe we will do it online. We will see.
Because we have a lot of people who want to make a transplantation here.
Yes, it's one of the most aesthetic operations around the world, not only at Balkans.
Of course.
To make the consultation in our clinic, we also coordinate with our hair surgeons, and we give the patients full information about the hair surgery and full support. So we want to offer our patients in Macedonia and also in the Balkans high quality hair surgery and very skilled and successful hair surgeons.
Thanks.
So they have the opportunity to meet with Dr. Ilker, and if there are some possibilities to make hair transplantation.
Thank you very much. We'll be very happy.
Yes, of course. Tell me, who are eligible for hair transplantation? Is there any rules or?
Actually, most of the people are eligible for hair transplantation who has enough donor site and, as I mentioned before, enough and good expectations. the most important part is the expectation of the patient. If he has not an image that
expectation, then it is a problem, because they all want to
must
have
be
the
realistic.
hair like they did when they were teenagers, and that is really not possible.
Is there a possibility to make more than one operation or transplantation?
Of course. The first operation, we get the result after 1 year. And if the area is too large, we can't cover all the area maybe in one session. Maybe people want to make it more denser. Because of this, after 1 year, we see the results, make our examination, and maybe we can plan another one. Up to 3 or 4 times we can do it for one person.
The men are those who want to make a hair transplantation. What about the woman?
We generally do it for the woman also, but its percentage is very low because the genetic cause of hair loss, shedding, is mostly for men.
Yeah.
Sometimes women have also shedding also, but actually there is an underlying etiology for the woman. Maybe hypothyroidism, anemia, maybe vitamin deficiencies. First we have to check these for the woman and then go on.
Okay. You said that the first results are in 6 months or 1 year?
The end result is 1 year, but after the operation, in the first 3 months is a silent period. The patient can be pessimistic in this period because they don't see any change. But after the 3rd month, the result begin to come, and there will be a gradual increase till the end of the 1 year. And after 1 year, we don't expect any change, and it will be the end result. We will make the controls of the patient's examinations, and maybe we'll stop or go on for the second one.
Even though the surgery lasts for only a few hours, the results, for the results it takes a couple of months to be seen.
Okay, so I hope that in Macedonia we will have opportunity to make to come here and here to make hair transplantation.
Why not?
Okay, I want to thank you for this conversation. I hope that we will see you again, and then next time you will make hair transplantation. Maybe. Oh, I love to. I love to.
Istanbul is also a lovely city.
Yes, I love Turkey, so I hope that we will come. Thank you. Кореното од растението мака, поради сите благодети кои што ги содржи во себе, спаѓа во растение кое што представува суперхрана. Правот од коренот мака потекнува од Јужна Америка, кои тогашните жители го користеле ова растение пред се за да ја зголемат издржливоста, силата и плодноста. Мака е растение кое потекнува од Андите, територија на денешна Боливија и Перу. Ова растение расте на надморска височина од 2400 до 4400 метри. Растението мака во Европа доаѓа преку Шпанија. Некое време правот од коренот мака се користел во шпанскиот кралски двор за подоцна знаењето за неа да исчезне. Во почетокот на 60-тите години, американските, перуанските и германските истражувачи повторно го откриваат ова растение, кое што наоѓа примена до денес. Маката во себе крие голем број на активни супстанции, како што се масните киселини, алкалоидите, танините, стеролите и глукозинолатите, кои се одговорни за плодноста и либидото. Редовната употреба на мака го зајакнува имунолошкиот систем, ја зголемува физичката и менталната издржливост, ги намалува симптомите на стрес и анксиозност. За коренот од растението мака вела дека има способност да го препознае поединачно секој организам со што го заработи прекарот паметно растение. Например, доколку вашиот организам премногу произведува одредени хормони, тогаш растението мака ќе го забави процесот на создавање на тие хормони. Како што веќе рековме, коренот од растението мака во себе содржи состојки кои благопријатно делуваат на организмот. Од витамини во коренот од мака има витамин B1, B2 B2, B12 и С. Исто така има макро и микрохранливи материи, јаглено-хидрати, протеини, влакна, скроб, масни киселини, фруктоза, танин, натриум, калиум, калциум, бакар, цинк, железо, манган, сицилиум и магнезиум. За маката вела дека во себе содржи повеќе калциум од млекото, па затоа е добра во борбата против остеопорозата. Витаминот С, калциумот и стеролите пак помагаат во изградбата на мускулната маса, а со тоа во зголемувањето на физичката активност. На нашите простори маката е најпозната по тоа што помага во зголемувањето на плодноста кај жените, но и кај мажите. Го подобрува либидото, го регулира хормоналниот дисбаланс, ги намалува и симптомите на менопауза. Тоа беше се за денешното издание на емисијата посветена на здравјето, а воедно и вашиот советник за здравје, Второ мислење. Се надевам дека успеавме да го задржиме вашето внимание. Најновото издание гледајте го следната сабота во истото време. До тогаш не пропуштајте ги репризите. До гледање.